All hell broke loose today at the OK Corral in Lynn Haven. You're not going to believe what happened. Even WMBB has come out and said even two of the commissioners had a standoff against the others, and the citizens are in an uproar. I mean, people have had enough. I guess the citizens are against each other. Commissions even against each other. It's like a shootout at the OK Corral. So I figured I'd dress the part. I'm going to show you some stuff. You're not going to believe what happened regarding Chief Ricky Ramie. But right now you're saying, Bernie, you're always playing. Why do you do that? Why do you distract with the stupid hats? And I agree, this is silly. So let me, this is silly, and there's no time for silliness when that's not the right one. I mean, that was not, that was a silly hat to wear. When there's a shootout at the OK Corral, you got to wear the right hat. This is the kind of hat I need to wear when I go in there. Bernie, can we get to the serious stuff? Because it's good. Oh, my goodness. Two of the commissioners did the right thing. This is the gun club right here. Look. Oh, man. Look at that. That's a branding iron. All right. So that's silly. That's silly, too. Because that's not the right hat for the occasion. When there's a shootout at the OK Corral, you got to walk in ready for... You got to walk in with the biggest hat. I've not had the courage to wear this hat. Look how silly I look in this hat. You know who looks awesome in this hat? Damn. Look at that brim. Who looks awesome in this hat? Police chief. Oh, good Lord. Sorry. Navy chief, retired Bill Davenport. You know Bill Davenport. He puts on the farmers market downtown. Best of Bay, baby. I'm going to go down there this Saturday. Take pictures. Yeah, man, this is how you need to walk in. I need to get a hat like this for the two commissioners who stood up and did the right thing today. Oh, my gosh, you're going to see this. By the way, I had some technical issues, which is why I'm running late. So let me know if you can hear me, if everything sounds right, because I'm not even sure. Well, if you weren't playing with the hats, Thompson. Oh, man. Let's see. I want to see if you can hear me. Oh, this is going to be good. Yes, you can hear me. She doesn't like that hat. Look, baby, there's a time and a place for everything, right? When the time is right and the mood is proper is when I'm going to wear the big blue one. All right, let me show you guys some stuff. All right, let's get on it. Good. Audio's good. First things first, let's watch what WMBB had to say. Now, when WMBB starts featuring the Beacon of Bay County ladies in their interviews, well, only one of them was interviewed. Jerry was interviewed. But I saw Jody there. Boy, Jody was speaking up. Jody and Jerry, of course, run the Beacon of Bay County Facebook page, which is covering this in amazing. If you want to catch up on everything, not just this stuff, Beacon of Bay County on Facebook. Jerry and Jody are on it. But there were other citizens there as well. And you'll see Christy McElroy was interviewed. WMBB did an actual news story. So what does that mean? That means WMBB is not as bad as you said, Bernie. Now, what it means is they got the okay to tell the story, to interview. They're not allowed to interview the Beacon of Bay County ladies. Unless they're sent there, it's okay. So something's happening. Something's going on. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I'm going to show you that first. Right now, before we go to anything else. All right, it's really surprising to see WMBB run a story like, you ready for this? Here we go. You're going to see the Beacon of Bay County ladies.
The commissioners met this morning for the second time since news of Police Chief Ricky Ramie's hit-and-run investigation surfaced.
Residents accuse some city officials of trying to sweep the case under the rug. As News 13's Courtney Fegley reports, even commissioners were at odds with each other.
Lynn Haven Police Chief Ramie was the main topic of discussion at the city's commission meeting Tuesday morning. Ramie is accused of hitting a vehicle with his car when leaving Miss Newby's on Thomas Drive in the early hours of December 30th. Residents say this isn't Ramie's first mishap.
3 strikes, you're out. I'm sorry, buddy. You are not showing integrity and honesty as a chief police officer. And that is concerning to the citizens. Right now, I'd be afraid to call the city of Lynn Haven police right now.
Many residents say they believe Mayor Jesse Nelson and City Manager Vicki Gaynor are trying to protect Ramie by silencing the public and other commissioners.
It is not a mere strong form of government. It's a commission. And I just feel like the last meeting, the commission was sort of stifled. And they were stifled because of the mayor's comments.
Commissioner Jamie Warwick says Nelson initially denied adding a discussion about Ramie's future employment with the city to the agenda.
You, the mayor, had a conversation with the city attorney, and it was advised not to put it on there. And you made the decision not to have it on there. Correct.
Nelson says he's not trying to silence anybody.
We're not trying to prevent any discussions from happening. What we're also trying to make sure is that we're being fair to Chief Ricky Ramie as this trial is ongoing. So we don't want to do anything that would be slanderous to him or to his name.
Residents say they're fed up with all of the controversy.
I moved here in 2002. I love this little town, but it's not our little town anymore. It is secrecy, it's hiding, it's protection, it's just so full of untruths.
Community members say they need to hold local government accountable.
We need people to come out and participate in decisions that our government can make.
It ends at the voting booth, and that's where we have to start getting the corruption out of Bay County.
In Lynn Haven, Courtney Fegley, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
Ramie was not present at this morning's commission meeting. The governor's office turned over the case to the First Judicial Circuit State Attorney's Office for possible prosecution.
Ooh, all right. I got to get this off. So if you're on Facebook, you'll want to definitely follow the Beacon of Bay County for sure. All right, let's get that off of there. I'm going to show you the actual meeting. Ooh, I'm going to show you the meeting. It was hot, and I'll show it to you right after this.
Don't let back pain and neck pain get you down. Find relief at Brown Chiropractic Center on St. Andrews Boulevard in Panama City. Dr. Sherry Brown helps people heal naturally with chiropractic adjustments and deep tissue massage. Call 769-3777.
Have you received a speeding ticket for which you want no points placed onto your driving record? I'm El Saline, 850-215-0628. Let me help you.
So was that surprising to see WMBB run a story like that? I mean, think about this, though. You've got the mayor, Jesse Nelson, who says that they cannot follow the law, and the law is, according to the FDLE that certifies all police officers, if a police officer is arrested, and he was arrested, it was an administrative arrest. That's why Mayor Nelson said until the trial is over or dismissed is what they have been told. Oh, the whole thing is so dirty, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And in case you had any questions about the mayor, Jesse, the doctor of leadership, Nelson, in case you had any questions about him, he is classifying himself in real time. And we got a civics lesson from him 2 weeks ago. Do you remember? He said we cannot hold our police officer accountable because of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution that guarantees everybody due process and equal application of the law and so on and so forth. It was unbelievable. The guy, oh my gosh, the gaslighting makes George Orwell's 1984 not even that, it's boring compared to what goes on there. Yeah, it's unbelievable. But yeah, according to the FDLE, if a police officer is arrested, the employing agency must, according to the law, state statutes, it has to perform an internal investigation. Lynn Haven has refused to do it. In fact, they say we are hands off. We are allowing the real investigation to happen, and based on that, then we'll act when whenever that happens. That's not the standard. That's not the standard, and everybody knows it. I don't even have to make the case. So here's what you have on the commission. You've got Mayor Jesse Nelson, who is supported by Sheriff Tommy Ford and Chief Ricky Ramie. They cheated in the election and pulled up information that only police officers can access. And then Sheriff Ford allowed Chief Ramie to break the law by sitting in his office, interviewed by WMBB, saying, don't vote for Ellen Fields. They did all they could to install Jesse Nelson. WMBB ended up deleting that part of the video because it was illegal to sit in your police uniform and encourage somebody to vote for or against another person. And I was talking to the sheriff's office about this when it was happening. And I'm not just talking about, I'm talking about to the top brass. Okay, that's back when I was being tricked by the top brass. Yeah, they installed Jesse Nelson. So Jesse Nelson, he's the puppet there. But then you had two stand up and do the right thing. And those two were Commissioner Jamie Warwick, who I was the hardest on last time. And I don't take it back. I don't take any of it back. I'm just glad I get to say I knew he had it in him. I don't know where he's been. Well, the real Jamie Warwick stand up because that was good today. It was admirable. It was right. We said, well, Bernie, I'm just waiting till I had all the information. I know. But it was the right thing to do, and it was strong. Called out the mayor, too. Called out the mayor for not telling the truth to him. And then Stan Peebles, he seconded the motion. And this was all about just having a discussion. They didn't even want to have a discussion. And this commission, Lynn Haven, they have their meetings on Tuesday. Well, after the mayor, Jesse Nelson, got elected, they started doing something that I think is goofy as hell, but well, whatever. It's a pre-commission meeting where on Thursday before the Tuesday, they talk about everything so that they can streamline the meetings better, I guess. Well, they canceled it the night before. Yeah. They don't want any discussion about the police chief, the hit and run. Hey, do you want to see what Ricky Ramie did with all the hubbubs about? Now, this is only what he did recently. He's done all kinds of other stuff, false arrests, vulgar and vindictive text messages, lots of false arrests. I'm forgetting stuff. Ricky Ramie, bad dude, man. Can you imagine sullying your city? What am I talking about? Ricky Ramie, Chief Ramie, during the hurricane was the assistant police chief, Hurricane Michael. And in October or so, something like that, right after the hurricane, 2018, in a federal courtroom, Chief Ramie's talking about how he had a sack of cash. Michael, the former city manager, Michael White, brought him a sack of cash. He didn't know if it was 10 grand or if it was 35 grand. One person who's also in prison with Michael White, Mickey White, no relation, he said it was like $173,000. Where did all that money go? Nobody knows. But maybe that's why Chief Ricky Ramie, maybe this isn't just about a hit and run. Maybe this is about, we don't need Ricky Ramie talking about this stuff. We don't need Ricky Ramie getting arrested, because certainly Sheriff Tommy Ford's not going to do that. They used to meet in back alleys. I cannot believe this. When you read the FBI 302 investigation reports and when you read the sheriff's office reports, you got Chief Ramie, when they were conspiring to persecute the whistleblower, the real mayor of Lynn Haven, Margot Anderson, and James Finch, the real whistleblowers, when they were conspiring to persecute them, Assistant Chief Ramie and Sheriff Tommy Ford used to meet in an alley. I'm reading this, I'm like, why would they meet in the police chief and the sheriff You got to meet in an alley? Bernie, there's a good reason for that. I bet there is. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But, you know, there might be more reasons why you got to protect Ricky Ramie. But what if, because we know Sheriff Ford's not going to do anything, but Sheriff Ford's breaking the law. He is the chairman of the FDLEs, the chairman of the Criminal Justice and Professional Standards Commission. By law, Lynn Haven has to do an internal investigation because their police chief was arrested. You heard the mayor talk about his trial. Ricky Ramie has hired Waylon Graham, defense attorney. He's pled not guilty and asked for a jury trial. You say, Bernie, that doesn't prove a thing. Okay, all right. Okay, wait till more facts come in. Speaking of facts, let me show you the hit and run. How about this? There's nothing that but he's becoming a problem for them, for the co-conspirators. All right, we're going to share this. I'm going to show you this video. And then I'm going to show you the actual meeting. All right, here's Ricky Ramie. He's leaving the bar at he's leaving the bar at Newbies there at 3:30. See if I can make this bigger for you. He's in the dually up there. You see that up in the top right? There's that maroon dually pickup. So it's 3:30 in the morning. He's trying to get around those cars, and it's a little path there at Miss Newbies, the bar. And you see that white right next to his front left bumper. There's a white Mercury facing him. That's a parked car, legally parked. Legally parked. It's properly parked. And Chief Ramie can't swing around there because there's a pole on the other side. So he's got to back up and then, get through there. But his rear left fender hits that white Mercury and just rips it. Watch, it'll bounce it right off the ground. Watch this. Here we go. See, Ricky Ramie's back. I can back this thing up. Back it up. All right, now he's going to go forward and watch that left back bumper hit that white car. Watch the white car bounce. Got $3,500 of damage. And the mayor, Jesse Nelson, says there are no victims here, and we don't know for sure if Ricky Ramie did anything wrong. Now, Ricky Ramie rolled his window up, so we don't know if there's anyone there with him. That's Chief Ramie. He's going over there to check it out. Ah, shit. Son of a. That's actual audio. God damn. Anybody see me? Now watch him look around. Ain't nobody looking. Get on up out of here. All right, so he's going to get in there. Come on, let's go. Now, this maroon car leaving, that's Daryl Quimby. That is the guy who chased down the police chief as he was fleeing the scene. All right, then he takes off there. We're going to analyze it. All right, whatever. All right, so that was Chief Ramie. That red Hemi got behind him because he's like, is that guy going to leave? And Ramie tried to flee the scene of the crash, and Daryl chased him down. Yeah. But the mayor, nobody's sure if anything actually happened. They're going to wait till the state attorney in Pensacola dismisses the case. Then we'll have cover to drop it, because we can't have Ricky Ramie, who got all that cash money. He says, "Bernie, you lie! I swore under oath that I gave that cash back to Michael White." Yeah, some of us don't believe you. And there's good reason, actually. So, I guess the FBI could do something about this. What if there's a conspiracy to cover up bigger crimes? I mean, what if you have a police chief who's unfit for office and this commission who's, there is tension, though. I'm going to tell you this. Do you remember last time I showed you this commission? You had the 4 commissioners all wearing the same color blue shirts. They looked like the Stepford Wives. And Jesse Nelson, the mayor, was just, running the show. And these guys were all scared. We don't want to get sued. We're just all sitting here afraid to act, paralyzed in fear. Well, today they have different color shirts on, so that's nice. Sam Peebles got a black leather jacket or something. He's looking like Fonzie. I like it. I like it, Sam. Showing some backbone and research and ooh, boy, wait till you see Jamie Warwick. Jamie Warwick looks like he's pissed. Jamie Warwick's pissed. And to this time, he's pissed for the right reasons. The mayor lied to him, and they're making him look like a fool up there. Now, Judy Vandergrift, she doesn't mind looking like a fool. In fact, she played it up. Like if this was a musical, she played it up with the fervor and vigor of like Annie, in the musical. When she votes and she says no, she throws the mic. She was mad. She was mad at Jamie Warwick because Jamie Warwick thought maybe they should talk about the police chief and what his future should look like and how if they should hold him accountable. Just sort of talk about the FHP reports that they've got. They've got some evidence and data. We should probably talk about it. She threw the mic. And the other commissioner, Pat Perno, because now they're split with Sam Peebles and Jamie Warwick doing the right thing. And Pat Perno is still, nice guy, but boy, he doesn't want anybody mad at him. It's the last thing he wants. But Judy Vandergrift, she's just furious that the commissioners would have a different point of view. Wait till you see it. I'm going to show it to you. So we're going to cut in on this, and you're going to see the mayor, Jesse Nelson. He's going to make a statement about how they are taking a careful and sober approach to a very serious situation. That's what you're going to see. Let's get to that. All right. Boy, you're going to see Jamie Warwick's right. I'd be mad with him. Jamie, we'd be on the same side today. Okay, here we go. Mayor Nelson, the studious Dr. Mayor Nelson. Take it away.
Meetings about our discussion on actually adding a sign-in sheet, better record keeping that way we can follow up with citizens on their various issues, and then just sort of a better lineup as we address our public commentary issues. In regards to our chief of police, do have a brief update would like to provide on that, or
do you see? I gotta say, I just find him obnoxious as hell. All right, he tries too hard to sound smart. Jesse, you're covering it up. You look like everybody knows you're a fool. Everybody knows you're a fraud. You got a little time and cover. I get it. But, man, just talk normal, man. Just say what you're trying to say in regards to. It's with regard to. All right? Or regarding. With regard to. If you want the educated people to think you're smart, then I'd stop saying in regards to.
the city has conducted a preliminary inquiry and confirmed that Chief Ramie was off duty and that the incident under investigation did not involve any city vehicles or equipment. The incident was investigated by the...
Hold on, this guy's the greatest. Jesse is hilarious, man. I want you to, though, this is what's not funny, and this is what's really disgusting, and I just need to point this out. Here's what you're not going to hear from the mayor or doctor of leadership is it was off duty, is you're going to hear that. It did not involve a city-owned vehicle, so, police chief did a hit and run, got arrested. It's his own time. It's his own time. But here's what you will not hear anything about, and this is the most disgusting part of all, is you won't hear anything about the victim. They act like Chief Ramie's the victim. The victim is John Shea Works. That's the guy who owns the white car that has $3,500 of damage. They act like no crime has been committed. There's a real guy who parked his car properly, tried to have a nice evening, and the police chief ruined his car. And the mayor and the city manager They don't give a shit about John Shea and his Mercury. They don't care at all about the victim. They want to protect the racist, vindictive, and vulgar Police Chief Ricky Ramie. Is that unbelievable? Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. Protecting that dude. To hell with John Shea Works and his car. Not a word about a real victim. These are people who wear their religion on their sleeve and pretend we are here to be public servants and care about the vulnerable in our community. Y'all are the most disgusting human beings, man. You don't give a damn about the people. Bunch of puppets. Just invite me to the right parties. I used to get invited to the governor's mansion, but when they asked me to carry the water and lied to the people, I said, no, not going there anymore. Not going there anymore. Can't look myself in the mirror like doing that kind of stuff. All right, back to the mayor. It happened off duty, but that big a deal, wasn't our car.
Florida Highway Patrol, and is currently under review by the state attorney of the First Judicial Circuit. The city manager and Ms. Hodges, our HR director and assistant city manager, have been actively monitoring the status of the third-party investigation and have been in frequent contact with our city attorney and with our city's HR or labor attorney to ensure the interests of the city, the Lynn Haven community, and the employee are all protected. Based on the legal advice of counsel, it would be inappropriate to take any action that could interfere with patrol or state attorney's investigation, or that could be construed as an effort to guide the outcome of this decision. It will be inappropriate to take any personnel action based on rumors, speculation, social media posts, or other unsubstantiated information.
Look what a liar this guy is. This guy is an absolute fraud. You saw, they didn't want you to see it. I'm the only person other than the Beacon of Bay County. I broke that story. The Shadow knows, man. The Shadow's got great sources. The Feel the Burn watchdog alerts, right? I obtained the video and I showed it to you. Everybody knows that Chief Ramie did that. Now, you might get a state attorney to dismiss it after the FHP was pressured like hell not to submit the criminal traffic citation for 5 or 6 weeks. And you had the police chief himself claiming that he's been investigating, he's been cooperating and helping the investigation. Imagine if you did a hit and run and the guy in the maroon Hemi caught up to you. And the FHP comes knocking. And you lie to the FHP, like Ricky Ramie did, like the chief did. Lied, which is interfering with an investigation, by the way. The local state attorney, Larry Bassford, they love to put people in prison for that. They just tack on the charges. If you're a regular person. Man. Talk about two-tiered justice. Imagine if you did that. Would you be able to walk into the FHP office and say, I'm here to investigate myself for 6 weeks? Chief Ramie, he's the perp. You had the perp? FHP, you might want to make a statement. Captain Ift, he's the boss of the FHP here. Captain Ift, you might want to make a statement. Did he help you with the investigation? And if so, do we all get to do that, or is it just reserved for Chief Ramie and the other co-conspirators with the bags of cash and God knows what else? The FBI, you haven't caught on yet. Homeland doesn't know. Yeah, they all know. They all know. All right, I need to get back to the story. All right, so to hell with the victim. If you got a Mercury, you love your car, you're following the rules, you're having a good night, and you're just a regular person, you're vulnerable to the system. to the justice system that looks out for the politically connected. But if you're a regular guy like you or me or John Shea, the mayor and the city manager and the sheriff and the police chief, nobody gives a damn about you. They only care about the elites and the cabal. And they're going to put a hurting on anybody who steps in our way. You just watch. How long will it take for a good person in authority to do something? When will a bigwig step up and do the right thing? Don't know yet, but it can't go on forever.
However, once the state attorney review is completed, the city is prepared to take whatever personnel action is appropriate based on the facts. I know on last week, I believe it was on Thursday, the city manager and I did have a very in-depth conversation about some actions that could be taken at this moment in regards to our police chief, Chief Ricky Ramie. Also talked to our city attorney about what we could do, talked to HR about what we do extensively, had an hour and a half meeting with HR about what can we do, and I provided.
I gotta say one thing here real quick. The person who should be held most accountable is all the way at the end in the blue shirt. You see that guy? That's the city attorney. Their last city attorney got arrested, and it's unbelievable, these guys. But this current guy, that's Kevin Obos. He's the city attorney. The city attorney is giving bad advice, and not just wrong. He knows it's wrong, or he should know it's wrong. It is a bar violation. I'm telling you, the guy deserves to have a bar violation filed against him for misleading and deceiving the rest of the commissioners, and for letting these crazy theories be represented as the truth from the city, like the 14th Amendment prohibits the city. Are you kidding me? Kevin Obos, the city attorney, stands by the 14th Amendment prohibits the city from enforcing the police code of ethics and the city's policies and procedures of ethics for their police chief. That's what this lawyer's, it's a lie, it's deceitful, and it's illegal. I cannot believe that the city attorney gets away with this. Oh my God. And by the way, the city attorney knows, or should know, that the FDLE, Criminal Justice and Professional Standards Commission, of which Sheriff Tommy Ford is the chairman, they both should know that, according to the FDLE itself that certifies the police chiefs, they should know that statute requires, mandates, they must, the wording is, the city, the employing agency must, if an officer is arrested, and Ricky Ramie was, he just wasn't hauled away to jail. I mean, it's a notice to appear, but it's an arrest. That triggers an internal investigation. The city's breaking the law, and the city attorney is creating that false path. That dude is, that city, Kevin Obos. Oh, yeah, that's unbelievable. He should not be allowed to do that. But, you know, if nobody stands up to these people, they get away with it. Let's get back to this, because I want you to hear the commissioners do the right thing.
Several options, some of it based on what the public has demanded, some of it based on what I've seen in other cities. Also talked to our HR attorney about the various options of what we could do to take action at this moment, that we shouldn't have to wait, that maybe we could take some action. And after talking to all of those individuals, we all concluded that whatever personnel action we take, that we base it on the facts, and that we wait until the criminal case is concluded, therefore to give us a better direction of what we need to do in regards to Chief Ricky Ramie. And so I encourage the city manager that, you know, some action needs to be taken To what extent, I'm not sure what that will look like at this point, and I don't think any of us know. It depends on the outcome of the case. So we are, again, monitoring this very closely and not ignoring it, not sweeping it under the rug. But again, as I stated in the last commission meeting, we're treating Ricky Ramie, Chief Ricky Ramie, as we would any other citizen, or should treat any other citizen, and that's with due process. So that is my report for today. Commissioner Peebles.
Thank you, Mayor. In the past few weeks, I talked to Ron Sharp, who's over as we get closer to April. It's 100% nonprofit.
So Sam Peebles is one of the commissioners who did the right thing today. Let's take a listen to him. He's going to get to the part about the police chief.
And they've done great things with me about things, and he really wants to partner with the city concerns. We finally did receive some information from Florida Highway Patrol as far as the public records request was forwarded to us. It looks like a pretrial date is set for April 11th, I believe, according to the clerk of court. Also decided to seek some private legal counsel on the matter, to help better give me an understanding of how to handle all of this. And what I determined is that as a commission, we are allowed to discuss and make recommendations about the situation. So I just want to encourage all of you up here that say what you got to say, how you feel, and we'll go from there. I do wish we would have had a pre-commission meeting, honestly, about this. I understand that the agenda was light, but I really like the pre-commission meetings because at the end, we have that time where now that the agenda is over, we have that time to really just talk about whatever. And I feel like it would have been a good time to do that, but I just wanted to make that comment, and that's all I have for now.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm seeing some of your comments that an echo and that sort of thing. I tried to make some tweaks just now. So I'm watching your comments. Tell me if the echo is less and if the volume is better. Okay, and I'll try to respond.
Commissioner Perno.
Thank you, Mayor.
I'm not going to play Pat Perno's comments, okay? Because Pat is super nice, but it's worse than listening to Kamala Harris. The guy has a bunch of words come out of his mouth, and he wants everybody to like him, and he doesn't say a damn thing. He doesn't say anything. So I'm going to move right over. Hey, tell me if you can read body language. Take a look at this picture right here. Who do you think is the most pissed right now? Jamie Warwick is not happy that the mayor has lied to him, and that's not a good leadership quality. And he's about to say so. All right, so we're going to pass through Pat Perno, Commissioner Perno. We're going to get over here to Jamie Warwick, who I was really hard on last meeting because I've been very disappointed in him for a long time. But boy, tonight he did he did it all right. So salute. All right, let's get over here. See, come on, get over to Commissioner Warwick.
When everybody gets together in Sheffield Park.
The tacos away at 11:30.
All right, here we go.
And it's not put on there.
All right, here
It's
we go.
appreciated. So with that,
So what Jamie is going to be talking about, the commissioner's talking about here is nowhere on the agenda this morning was there even a discussion about the police chief. They're not allowed to talk about it. So Commissioner Warwick is going to say, look, we should have had an agenda item where we can at least talk about it. And I asked to have it put on the agenda. Why was it not put on the agenda? Well, the mayor lied to him. And Jamie Warwick's about to call him out. And then they're going to then he's going to try to get it on there, but he gets voted down. Now you see the lady to his right. That's Judy Vandegrift. Judy Vandegrift is very angry at Jamie Warwick. She says we all need to stay in the same line. When she votes no, she's going to swing her microphone around. She's mad.
I'll express my gratitude and say thank you.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Ward.
So the only thing I have is on 23 March, I'll have my time with the commissioner. I have once a month at Tacos Way at 11:30. But I did want to address something. Earlier this week, I asked for something to be on the agenda, and it's not put on there, and I was given a reason why, but how do I get something on the agenda? The way I understand it, this is what was told to me, was you, the mayor, had a conversation with the city attorney, and it was advised not to put it on there. And you made the decision not to have it on there.
Correct.
So
Correct.
how do I get something added to the agenda?
Depends on what that something is.
So I want to add it to the agenda.
What are you trying to add to the agenda?
The exact one I gave you, the discussion about the situation with Ricky Ramie and his future employment with the city.
You can make a motion to have it.
I make a motion to add it.
There you go,
Is there a
Jamie.
second?
Look at the
I'll
mayor.
second with a purpose for discussion.
Wow. Sam Peebles. These two guys just stepped up. Look at Judy Vandergrift down here on the bottom left. She is like, what are you? We don't vote against each other. She's so mad. Look, why is she so mad? I understand Pat Perno. I do. He's wrong. But he's not mad. He's conflicted inside. What is going on with Judy Vandergrift? Sam Peebles stepping up with this, looking like the Fonz down there. Sam Peebles is like exactamundo. But I'm going to play that part again. Watch Jesse Nelson's face and the queen of lies, the city manager, Vicky Gaynor. She's like the queen of lies. Off with his head, except for her people. It's off with everybody else. But watch when he says, I make a motion, the mayor's is like, well, you can't do that to me. Yeah, Jamie Warwick said, watch me. Watch this.
23 March, I'll have my time with the commissioner. I have once a month.
What?
And it's not put on there. How do I get something on the agenda? The way I understand it, this is what was told to me, was you, the mayor, had a conversation with the city attorney, and it was advised not to put it on there. And you made the decision not to have it on there.
Correct.
So how do I get something added to the agenda?
Depends on what that something is.
So I want to.
Wow. Hold on. This is the real mayor. This is Margot Anderson. This is Mayor Anderson, who was set up and persecuted by Sheriff Tommy Ford and his public trust unit with the help of the FBI and Chief Ricky Ramie. Wow. 64 counts. They wanted to put her in prison 2020. They indicted her in 2020. 64 counts. They dropped them all. They wanted to put her in prison for 1,050 years because they wanted Jesse Nelson in office. They arrested her to put Jesse Nelson in office, and it worked. And now Jesse's doing what they told him to do. But things are getting a little tougher to cover up over time. Mayor Anderson says any commissioner may place an item on the agenda, period. See, the city charter provides. Jesse Nelson's lying. This is another example. Please hear me. This is another example of Kevin Obos down there on the end. He is committing violations to his bar license right now. He knows, or he should know, that any commissioner can add this on the agenda. It does not need a vote. The city attorney can't stop him. The mayor can't stop him. It doesn't require a vote. But Commissioner Warwick's fairly new. He doesn't know. He's asking. And Mayor Nelson doesn't know, but he's going to make something up. And the city attorney, who should not be an attorney, is allowing this to happen. The greatest culpability here is Kevin Obos on the end. The rest of them can just be dumbass politicians. They're allowed to be. Kind of part of the job description. But the attorney, Kevin Obos, dude. All right. Wow. Thank you, Mayor, for that. I did not know that. If the item is not on the agenda before the meeting, then a motion has to be made, seconded, and voted upon. Since work requested item prior to the meeting, He should not have had a vote. Thank you. I did not understand that. Oh, isn't it great? Thank you. I did not understand that. I did not know that distinction. Did you get that? So if the item is not on the agenda before the meeting, then a motion has to be made, seconded, and voted upon. Since Work requested the item prior to the meeting, he should not have had to have a vote. So if you are watching Commissioner Work, and I know you probably wouldn't do that to a misinformation show like this, and I know you're mad at me. I know you used to come on when you ran for office, and we were excited to have you. A couple of Air Force guys, you and me, right? But if you are watching, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So this might be a good part. This could be the distinction that you need, and I hope so, because I'm here to help. Wow. Okay. So the mayor says, I guess you're going to have to vote. They're arguing, but boy, they're going to make him vote on it. Sam Peebles, the Fonz down there, he's going to stand up for it and watch Jesse Nelson's. Two people to watch body language. Mayor Nelson in the middle, and then Judy Vandergrift right next to us. She's going to get mad at Jamie Warwick for trying to pull a stunt like this.
Added to the agenda.
What are you trying to add to the agenda?
The exact one I gave you, the discussion about the situation with Ricky Ramie and his future employment with the city.
You can make a motion to have it.
I make a motion to add it.
Is there a second?
Look at his body language.
I'll second with a purpose for discussion.
All right, there's a motion and there's a second to add discussion regarding Ricky Ramie's employment.
Okay, now the key here, right? So now these one more commissioner could fix this whole problem. So you got Jamie Warwick stood up, Sam Peebles stood up. Pat Perno's never going to stand up. He's not. But Judy Vandergrift, she ran for superintendent against Bill Husfeld, and she would have won if Bill Husfeld hadn't held on to the federal subpoena until after the election. But she is showing clearly, Judy, you are showing that you have no backbone. You are making arguments that don't make sense. I know you act like you have all the information. You wouldn't even have known about this if you hadn't seen my show. You wouldn't have known it. All of you learned about it Wednesday night, about a month ago, when I showed the video. And then you make up these crazy formulas that are not true. They're not right. And now you're going to get mad because Commissioner Warwick and Commissioner Peebles believe that there should be a discussion about it. Watch Judy Vandergrift on the bottom right. This is so disappointing.
The city of Lynn Haven, city public commentary.
I'm going just because it's so late, I'm going to forward the great.
Thank you, Commissioner Ward.
That's Christy McElroy, and she was awesome. There's Beacon of Bay County, Jody Moore. She's amazing.
Yes, this happened.
About time.
And that's
what I said before about citizens.
I don't know him, and that's why I'm terrible with names. My brain is just crowded. But this gentleman's at all the meetings, and he's a plugged-in citizen. He ran for office, and I really like him. Somebody please tell me his name. And I'm so sorry, sir. I have such respect for you. It's not that I don't. I do. I want to remember your name, but I mean, I'm telling you, I'm overcrowded right now in my head. Rich Walker. Thank you, Jody. Sir, thank you for making public comments. It's worth going back and watching them all.
Citizens have rights. You have rights.
Text.
And that's Jerry.
That were in federal court.
From the Beacon of Bay County.
Closer to God.
All right.
Hey, laugh at this.
George.
That way.
George.
Be in today's meeting.
Ryan Scraig.
Jail.
John
Got
Hank.
my driver's license.
Commissioner Peebles?
All right, here we go. Here's the vote.
I don't know Ricky Ramie. I have no.
All right, here we go. Here's the vote.
All right, city manager, you call the vote.
Commissioner Ward?
Yes.
Commissioner Peebles?
Yes.
Commissioner Vandergrift? No. Commissioner
Whoa.
Perno?
Wait.
I was in his spot.
Hold on. You got to see this. I'm going to make it bigger.
All right, city manager, you call the vote.
Oh my God, watch this.
Commissioner Ward,
Yes.
Commissioner Peebles,
Yes.
Commissioner Vandegrift,
No.
Commissioner Perno, Mayor Nelson.
No.
Jesse said, no, hell
At
no.
this time, we'll have our city manager's report.
Look, no. What do you think I'm going to say? No. He relished in that one, you said. What's up with Judy Vandegrift? Why the anger? Boy, you really classified yourself today, Judy. I'm going to blow that video up and show it. I'm going to post it. I would like an explanation why she was angry that two commissioners wanted a conversation about it. I would think she'd be angry about the city attorney giving fraudulent advice. And I'd think that Judy Vandegrift would be angry that city manager Vicki Gaynor lied to her and had to fess up about the whole thing after I showed the video and broke the story. And she said in an official statement, she always lies under oath and in official statements. Vicki Gaynor is the queen of lies. Under oath, and she gets away with it. Yeah, it's incredible. I don't want to, I'm too tired. I don't want to go over all the evidence and proof. I've done it, you know. But what is up with that? Somebody find out what's going on with that. Why she almost, did you see it? Just grabbed it. Like just bend it over, right over. Yeah, I just felt like cussing, man. The hell was up with that? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I need to do. I'm going to get out of here. Anyway, I wanted you to see this and much more to follow. If you want to get more details, go to the place that actually gives you more details. All right. People who work hard, people who are always on it. They're always trying to show up all the other news outlets, and that's the Beacon of Bay County. You know, get tired of these people always, you know, overachieving the Beacon of Bay County. That's where you'll get more information.
You want to look good? You want to feel good? Little John's Big and Tall is where it's at. Right across the street from Sky's Pizza Pie, 5700 North Davis Highway. You can find out more online at littlejohnsbigandtall.com. He's also a member of the iTex trading community, where your iTex dollars are welcome.
And it's where you can get all of the great hats and everything, right? No, I haven't had the courage to wear it, but boy, one day, I'm going to wear it. Thank you to the Unknown Patriot for your support. I couldn't do it without your support. All of you, all of the sponsors, and of course, to those of you who kick into the tip jar as little as $5 a month. I see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Patreon.com/Bernie Thompson. That's where you can do it. Patreon.com/Bernie Thompson. It's anonymous. It's easy, and you can quit at any time. And I think right now is a good quitting time. I think.